Welcome back to Timberborn and our Oasis experimental playthrough, where we tried a few things in this run, which it's sort of going okay, and some things are not. But then that's just the way things go when you're trying things that you've not tried before. But then that's good because in future players, I'll know what will work and not. You know, obviously there's other things on the channel of Timberborn if you haven't seen some of them. We are getting very close to finishing one of the series. Well, technically one of the series by the time you're watching this might be in its 50th episode. Now, I normally only do 50 episodes of a series. Unless we feel unless I feel there's something that I can contribute more, or I want to finish something off, and in that one there definitely was. So that's the reason why I've carried on with that one. But anyway, I don't think I needed that. I don't think I needed that one. Was that right, or was that I needed to keep that one? No, I didn't need to keep that one. Because that was the old one that I was getting rid of anyway. That was the one that was the previous excuse for something that I was trying that didn't work. So this is going to work. I'm all confident for. Yes. We can go around here anyway and get that one. Don't forget, this is the bottom of the floor, and then we have to go up a couple. It's basically this blocked on again, and then we'll start from that and blocked off there. Now we might, after this one, be able to get close to the end. I don't know how far I'm going to have to get to. It says I can do these two, so I'm not actually worried. I want to now get... You know, so I've had enough of messing about with that. I'm just going to build that, and then I'm going to go get on with that. And they only have to take these two out, and then they can take them out and get them out. That way, that line's just done. I don't need to worry about it. We're 60% through to our wonder. I'm still going to have to do something after the wonder, remember. That I'm going to have to get paper and extract. Well, extract's pretty easy to get because obviously I've already got it. I'll just build the ladder there. And they should be able to get to that one. Remember, they can do two upwards. But that's actually technically three, because obviously it's sat on top of the two. And I'm going to figure out something for all this malarkey. That's going to there. Yeah, I suppose I could still add this to here. Too many, right. It's not too many. It's perfectly fine. That one and that one. That means this one can go. We've got that one out of the way. Doesn't mean I've got that one out of the way, though. I suppose I could get that one out of the way, and I'd have to do something. Well, they can get there. They can just have to go round, but it's a bit of a faff. But it's probably a good idea to. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna have to do it anyway, so I might as well do it now as opposed to later on. And they can get to that one now, so I'm not gonna bother. Right. I've got 2,400 dirt still out of, I think it was 9,000. I think I had. There we go. So we are filling this up, and I'm going to leave it to fill. getting that one in the process of... I'm going to have to do something here. And end up... Well, I've got to increase... I suppose I don't really need to do it like that, but it would make sense to do it like that. Ooh. I'm going to have to work out how to use one of them, because I have not used one of them yet at all. I thought you could use the spiral to go spiral, 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 but I've not actually seen one in action anywhere. Right, so that's the bottom. I can do this one as well. I won't put that on because I wanna walk and connect all the bottom up. And then obviously we'll go again. So this is the next line once I've got that line. And then we'll figure that one out. I have no idea how I'm going to get all these interconnected to each other yet. That's going to be interesting. Just thinking now, it might actually, before I put this top on, it might actually be worth getting this one, this next side ready. The reason why I'm saying that is, this is obviously where I've got, obviously, just like this, I've given myself 3. 1, 2, and 3. Pigs counts, get on. And that would be there. Which means I'll do this from up here. Which is no problemo. They can get to this one. That puts that at the bottom, I think. I think, no, it's one higher, because obviously this is the top. So the... I'm just trying to envisage this. Let's just make sure that I'm right on the ball. I think I'm right on the ball. Yeah, see, that now is going to take from that. How the hell do I get that to there? I could do lines down. That's terrible. The problem is I can't actually go under, because obviously that's where the water's going to be. I could do this. That's where that's the holding tank. That's exactly where the holding tank's going to be. Let's go for it. Unfortunately though, because I'm playing the experimental, I don't have the I'll finish that sentence in a minute. I've just thought of what I'm trying to do here. That needs to go higher. I think. Let's get... I have no idea how the hell I'm going to connect that in. But if I can build that, they'll be able to, without trying to fucking mess about with that, be able to get this line done. The only slight snag is... Oh, you got caught, you idiot. How the hell's bells and cockle shells have you got caught? How did your father grow? I don't like it when they do that. They just get caught. That's why that will be down to there. No, that's still not going to be a high enough, is it? Right. That one, they would be able to get out when I put a path in. They'll be able to get to that one. Right. Just let them do the thing, Piggy. They will do their utmost for me to cock it up for myself. But as you can see, we are getting there. It's slow. There. Most of the main stuff can be added in, like these, because these are going to go. Obviously, I've got the blueprint at the other side, but I've sort of remember anyway. So that's the tank. I'm not going to bothered about some of this stuff. Contemplation. There. That's fine. Obviously, we have the trees and the things in there, and the trees and the things in there. This tree. Well, it's a shrub, not a tree. Where are you? There you are. Getting there, there, and there. Now you can come out. I should be able to get to this. It's obviously taking a little longer because they've got to go to a slightly different. But this is. I can't go from here now to there because obviously I've got rid of it, and now I'm gonna have to fiddle about the design now whether this comes this way because this is a diagonal. If you remember that this was almost like to the corner and the vice versa on that one. So this is relatively the center of the thing. Here we go. Now this is what I was going to do. Now we've hopefully this should now come up. Yeah. Remember, because this is higher. What do you mean flood a building? Oh. Well, that's not exactly my greatest plan. Let's put the turn block back. Oh, I didn't do that one. That's why. Is that now better? That might be better now. That's it. We got a bit of a surge here, though. Let's take that back a bit more. I wasn't planning on that, but at least... where the hell's the water going? It should be going down here somewhere. There we go. So I've fixed an old road thing and got it under our... and slightly blooded that, but still, don't worry about it. That might be better now. It does absolutely surge there. Yeah, is that a bit better? Is it hell's like? I mean, I could... Oh, that's a lot of water. Oh well. I wasn't expecting that. But then again... Well, I was expecting something, but not as bad as that. You're naughty. You can stay in the naughty corner. You should be able to build that. Oh no, you shouldn't. I was thinking, what the hell? How can't you build that? But yeah, you can't build it because you can't get up there. This Pix has forgot to do that. Right. Now you can't actually get around there. I can get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Do that. Come down one again. It looks terrible. No, that's going to be wrong, isn't it? Get rid of that, get rid of that. That needs to come down. No, that needs to come down to 1. That needs to come down there. That's a 2. That's a 1. Just a 1. That now goes down, down, and down, and down. And that's connected to that. So, in effect, all of this now, I can build above it. It's a huge pain, but it says, right, don't worry about it. We'll get there. Because otherwise it's a right pain to get all these things in. You know, because I've got to have all this and it won't work. That can be plugged in. It can be plumbed, well, it can be working. As you can see here, we've only got, we're now full. We've got all this water in here. And because I've got a lot, the drought shouldn't affect it. I should be just to be able to just carry on. Now remember, I could actually control the drought in a sense from the bad water. See, this is not too bad actually. This floor it's blooming going fast. Right, we'll just there. That's a bit better, I think. It's still flooded though. I think if I did that, it would stop it from going over the top. Because it's still rushing. It's absolutely canning it down there. There's absolutely no way that I can think of slowing it down either. That is one fast channel. Well, I suppose it's not that fast. I've got it on thingy speed, haven't I? Anyway. Well, no, it's still running. I was just a bit worried. Yes, it is stopping starting, but that's okay. That's not too much of a problem. My idea was to get this in. And right, 64% now. Right, he's out. He's out in a motor car. 60 cops are after him, and he doesn't know where he is. Actually, no. If I do this one. then it'll work. Then I've got this one. Then I'm going to need to... this. That is absolutely horrendous. Well, this will go to there. This will go to there. I'm going to have to fiddle with that somehow. But it's not that bad. I'll wait to get that, and then I'll take this out, and then I'll redo that. Obviously, we're not getting this in. It should work. I can... see, it takes 2. They all need to pump all at the right rate to be able to get them all going. So that's going to be an interesting thing. Right, I can get rid of this. Jolly flipping good. That then could be a 3. I didn't blow this until, or sort this until I was getting this in. This obviously does absolute, well, it doesn't do anything, but why not take that out then and that out, since I've got the ladder there. That will obviously take this line out. We're not going to take too much of that. We've got 3, which is what's that? It's only going to be taking somewhere there. You know, this. It's only it's only going to be taking this bottom. So really, in a lot of respects, I don't need that like that. I don't know how I'm going to refit all this like, but still, I still want that to go to there. Now we know it can take 30 anyway, so that's not an issue. I probably should have built this upwards and instead of having it downwards, and then technically I wouldn't have needed these 2. But I've still got 2,000. I mean, that would be enough. But we are trying to do what we're trying to do here. Whoa! Hey, come on! Hey, come on! Think. Let's get this upwards. This should be still upwards, yes. Right, there we go. We didn't contaminate anything, that was good. Won't be the first time. Yeah, there we go. Now this water is not flowing over, but obviously it's going to stop, which it's... Actually, the weird thing is, it's actually flowing the other way now. Well, I didn't expect that. Should I put a sluice gate or that to stop that from doing that? That might be an idea, I think. Because we don't want it to go the other way, because that means I'm going to drain my... It's never normally be a problem, but obviously, as it's got another way to go, it can do it. In other words, the sluice will only allow it to go this way, not the other way. Right. Landscaping. Sluice. Bung that in there. Close up above downstream depth. No, I don't want to. See, this, I don't think always this works how it's supposed to do, because if you put it on here and you want one thing, it should just... I think that'll stop the water. I may be wrong, but we'll find out. And they've only got to just put this in now, and then that'll That should stop it from taking the water out. It's just chucking it out. I don't want to take all this out. I mean, it's only going to go down to here because it can only go there. But it'd be more beneficial for it to do what I want it to do and not what it wants to do. I didn't think of that, I must admit. Right. There we go. So now I block the sluice. I put the sluice on to block the water from coming. You see now it's flowing back the other way. It's stopped the flow. I'll just need to be checked when the water comes back to make sure the flow is actually going sorting itself out. Right, I can take this out. I can take this out. I can also get rid of this and get rid of all this. I think, yeah, they can get to that because they can just walk over, can't they? Well, I think they can walk over. It's too far from a district. Why would it be too far from a district? Okay. Okay. I know obviously it can't reach them, but I thought it would walk through the all this lot and be, you know, do it. But apparently that's not the case. This has almost been built. This has not been started yet because they can't get to it. Now I've got that in. I can get rid of this. I should be able to get rid of all of this. Or at least, yes, just to there. Then I'm going to have to build that back up again. Now, I only should need it to there. The slight problem is they cannot get to that. And obviously I can't get around that. So up until this point, we'll go to there, and we'll go to there, we'll go to there and to there. So that's fine. Then they can walk up there, do that. I can also do this as well now. That's our bottom. So this theoretically should be 3 up. Rotate. That's 2. That's the bottom. So that 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 because that's out. If I just do this and do this and do just, I think it's to here. I'll know because obviously it's got to hit the bottom of this. Where are we? There we go. We're hitting the... Oh, wait a minute. Is that 2, 4, 5? Yes, that's 5. So that's it. So that's the actual... This here is the last one. That's the last one. Because I can turn this on top of here to suck this out. Now, I can only do a 1-to-1. That's why I was building the other one as a 2-to-1. So, that's going to be a bit of an issue, but not to worry. I'm doing that because I can't get over there, but they can do this first. And once they can get these. And I can do a... Ooh, I don't... Yes, that's the bottom, isn't it? I don't need... Yeah, I've got... that's needing one. It was this one here. I don't put anything on there. That can be built. I can go there and... Well, I could actually walk through there if I really wanted to. This is the end. The end is nigh. So I think if I do that, I'm gonna do that. Well, they can't get to this. Unfortunately, they can't get to this one. Hey. Fuck. But I can if I do a bit of work here. No, well, actually, yeah. If I do that, then do a one. The advantage of that is at least they can walk around there. That way, as you can see here, now they're going to be able to go in and build this. Which is going to allow me to do that. This is the bottom. The only fortunate thing of this is I only want it so high. So I'd have to build a ladder to go downwards. It's not ideal, but it'll suffice. Right, the metal. Metal. How is it doing with metal? Oh, metal's fine. The only disadvantage is obviously we stay. Oh no, we don't. Yes, I've got full metal. I've only got half the treated planks. Brilliant. That's a bit of a problem. I'm decided I'm going to turn that back on, even though that's only then going to go to 50%. But it's something. Yeah, you see, we've got a full bit of water here. Once that's done, I can take that out. If I can get this one working somehow. Well, there's no reason why I can't run that from there, that from there. Again, I'll do this, which will allow me to do this, and then I can take that back out again. I'll then do that. Oh, wait. That's in. Yep. Then we do that. Then we get the power. Then we do this one up above. I know. I suppose it's in line. How many more? We need quite a bit of that. It's saying it can do all of that, so I'm not going to do... Why did it can say it can do that one, but not that one? It doesn't matter, because it doesn't actually need that one. Because it can, remember, it can hold 3. I probably actually didn't need any of that. Really. Right. That's done. How are we doing over here? We got it there. Come on, guys. Oh, can't you reach it? That's too bad. Because I knocked off the path, didn't I? Right, that's fine. Now they'll fix that. Right, jolly good. All what we're doing here needs sorting out. I'm happier with that. At least that way the water's sort of sorting itself out. We will get. Unfortunately, we've only got 3 days, and this will thing it in this playthrough. So. That's why it's stopping. Is because technically it'll stop and start, and as I'm filling this up, these two will stop. So we got treated. Right, that's now in. Yeah, I'm still unsure. Well, the thing is, I suppose I'm going to need something for that one. But the problem being is this only needs to be... This needs to be this high, and I think this needs to be this high. I think that's what I said. And it can't get over there. Well, that's not true. I could do that. Then I'd have to do this, which would... No, that's not going to work. Wrong way around. It's best if it comes down this way. And this way. This needs to... don't stuff it. I'll just do a line there. That's just as easy. And then I can get this in. That is actually that height. Yeah. Actually, my dear, I don't need that. I don't even think I need this now either. Better get rid of this one before we start building. Ooh, make sure I'd selected the right thing, because that's going to be slightly embarrassing. Because they can walk. Once we build these two, they can walk around. So if I do this and this and this, that's our stepping stone into Nightmare. They still haven't built this yet, so I've still got... Oh, yes. That's why. Because it needs treated planks, doesn't it? That's another reason why we aren't getting any more in here, but they should still do the gears. Although saying that, I think these need gears as well. So, it needs gears and metal. But metal is done. Water's gone down. No, I'll turn that back on onto... I'll do it as a 2 here, like this. And just keep an eye on it, because it's now at half that it was. Right, that row can disappear. Yeah, baby. Oh. No, don't want to do them. I don't want to do them either. I'm doing them in rows like that because it stops it from... I'd only have to like build... Well, I can't build ladders. I can do steps, and then obviously then I have to do all the rest of the paraphernalia to be able to do it. Else otherwise, I probably wouldn't have worried and just whacked some ladders on there. We are getting there. Obviously, I've got 2. Another 2 would be here. Then we've got the path. And then we can start to think about how I'm going to do this. Unfortunately, though, this is underneath here, and I can only go to there. That means I would have to take out a line of the carrot, that entire line, and then backfill. Don't like that idea. I'm going to blast down and do a V, and then fill that in, and then, well, I'm doing my hands, but you can't see what I'm doing. So, what was the point of that? I've got almost everything in. And because once they build this, they can actually go around, I should be able to build that. Come on. Get this, get that done. And I'll be able to build all of this now. I say this shouldn't really need, but there's no infrastructure on here, so I'd still have to build the end. And so much of this. That needs, once that's done, oh, in fact, it's that anyway, isn't it? Because I've got to keep going down here, and then they'll go around. The only thing is they won't be able to go inside because they can reach this one. They can only reach that one. They can only reach this one, which means these 2 here they can't reach, which is exactly the same as we had problems before. That's now to me is absolutely useless because I can't reach anything. Like so. It's basically on its own. Still can't do. Oh, right. Now we got the end. Oh, 8. I've lost it. I couldn't do anything with that though. The water ran. I know why the water ran out. Because I forgot to do that, didn't I? So do that. Oops. So I sucked all the water out from there and completely forgot about the water on the other side. So I did all this for absolutely nothing in some respects. Right. That's got 35%. Get on with that. Thank you very much. I don't need to rush because I've already killed all the blooming things. Again. But I am getting more food. I've still not enabled... I've still got 13. I've still got a massive amount of wheat there, and I've still got 1,300 in flour. There we go. Now the water. It was just Russian. That's fine. Not Russian. It was Russian. It'll evaporate in a minute, and then they'll be able to get back. And also, we should now see the water going this way. That's brilliant. That's spectacularly good. So that solved that one. Well, I got something right in the playthrough anyway. We are getting closer though. It's close. It's so close you wouldn't believe it. I better do this. I think I can... There's nothing to support that though. Is it? Should I have something to support it? Just to keep it in reality? Maybe. Oh, they'll be able to do that one. Because they can walk up here. Jolly good. Am I just saying that? Or I suppose I have got something here. While I'm doing that then, I can still do that. Right, that's built, right. And that means I don't need this anymore. Yeah, but can they actually, now I've just got rid of that, can they actually, yes they can. That'd have been slightly embarrassing if I couldn't have got that one done. Not a great fan of this at all. I think it would have been, I think it's going to be better even though I've just built that because I absolutely, well, it's, yes. Remember, these are a pass-through. So when I get that one, they can still power the ones down here. That looks a damn sight tidier than going the other way. But I'm still want to suck this water up. I don't think it's working, is it? No, it's not working. Have we got the what? No, haven't got the water in. That's at 0. Pause that. That should be open. I mean, that should be closed. That should be open. Bob, it's your uncle. I'll wait till that gets full before I even start to take any water. Now, it would have been nice to take some water from, let's say, here. Which wouldn't actually be that hard. Because what you could actually do is blast down here, send this along, and this would then fill up this without even having one of these. Not a bad idea. Even though I've just spent all that time putting all that together. No, somebody. Right then. How are we doing? Are we not? Waiting for... What are you waiting for? Christmas? I'm very impatient. It's not one of my... Yeah, it's not one of my strong points, I'll tell you that. I think I can get that one under there though as well. Yes, because they'll be able to do that underneath, so it's not going to... It's not going to fail anything. And then we can... we are really close to getting this in. I'm not too sure whether we're gonna... No, we're not gonna get it in this one, I don't think. That would be down there, then that moved over one. But in fact, if I just did this, they would be able to do all that. They can still walk around and do that and that. In fact, yes, no, they can't do that because that's the center. It's the center one that they can't do. Right then, that's getting water in. It's sucking the water out from there. Right, how are we doing from this? We're doing okay. Now, I'm going to open this up now. And the water is absolutely going to rush down there. It's not too bad. Oh, yeah. Come on. It's too far from a district. Why is it? No, it's not. You lied to me. No, it's not. Yeah, and I think in the next episode we'll be able to start getting all the other things in that we want to do. Because as everything started to come on board, that can turn around and have that there. That's in the way. So we'll have that through. I'll put a little thing on there and get that in. So we can walk around, because obviously that's the path around. Jolly good air. It's an engineering marvel, I've got to admit, but it's a bit of a pain. I do quite like that idea, though, that I come up with. Now, in fact, I think here, all I would have to do is blast down this channel and this channel here. The only trouble is that's got nothing to stop it from flooding. Actually no, that's not true, because it's the same level as this, so it should stop, he says. Right, we're almost there. In fact, actually, if I pooey, I'm like, press. I'll get it in a minute. Every time, obviously, I can't do that because of that. Get rid. Get rid. Of that. Once they get these in, I think these are gears, aren't they? Yeah, that's why they're taking so long. That has to come out. That has to come out. That has to come out. Can't go too far, because obviously if it's too far, it's too far from the district. Catch up. Job is a good one. Look at that. It's going to be a work. It's going to be a work of art. It's a Bernard Matthews beautiful. It's beautiful, huh? Although I did find out there's absolutely nobody Bernard Matthews. I don't know whether we used to be. Right, anyway. Water. Let's get some water in. I want some water into all. No. Yeah. We will be. We can do no decorations. Where's our? I want a contemplation post to watch a great big wall. We've got at least 2 more, and looking at the time, we're not going to get it in. I'm not going to get this running, but watch later on, folks. Well, not later on, because that wouldn't make sense. But next time, where we start to get this going, I'll have to individually get rid of that one. The right annoyances is where this is. Well, that's fine, because it'll go to there and do fill. There's no reason why that this isn't going to run from next time. Did I do that small? If I did that small, I'd be hopping mad with myself. One more. That's in. That just needs to be built. Why couldn't he just build it? I don't get that. I definitely get that. That's running out of water for some reason. It's okay. How are we doing with our water? We're not keeping up. I'm going to go back to 2. Because I'm pretty worried that 5,000... Sorry for stopping that sentence. Sneezing again. We are, unless we're full. We might be full, actually. That's why it's not. We are. That's full. It's, well, it's almost, it's full enough. The Fountain of No Joy is still working. All the leaders are all working, so we can't really complain too much. Only a few more to do. Yes, only a few more to do, and then blast that down. A couple of minutes, come on. Right, we got this in. Like I said, it's... Ooh, wrong one. That goes to there. If I put that no, they can't. So I've got to leave to do this and water to there, and then unfortunately it's a walk of shame to go back to there. This is obviously working, but I am gonna smash that down. Why don't you do that one first? That one would make sense. Why don't you just do it? Eek. Anyway. Have you done? Have you done? Have you done? Yes, you have. That's going to become a problem, but the reason why is because once I take this off, they can't get round there to fit the second one in. I can solve that while we've got a few minutes left. Go from there to there, there to there, there to there. We'll come down. We'll have to come over there. Oh no, that's 2. There. they'll be able to do that now because... oh no, that's going to go... Oh no, can they walk on it? I think they can walk on there, actually. Thinking about it. They'll still need to walk around here, though. That's not high enough. That can come round, that can come round. That's our walkway. Got that one. Right. How are we doing? Yeah, we're at the hour. So, next episode, we will get this working. For sure. There's no reason why I can't get this going through. I'll clean up all this as well. And all this, and all this. I was going to have it that way, but it's just a trauma. So we'll go back to our original way, and I'll get rid of all this. Clean that back up again. I am really interested in see if that would work. In other words, what I'm going to do is put a hole through here and there. That'll go down and over. This will come up. Now, it technically is the same level, not this level, as this. So in theoretical terms, it should come out and level out and not flood. I'm still not too sure how that will work, but we'll contemplate. We'll contemplate. I may be able to stop the water anyway. We should be able to get this working, and everything else is, it's relatively all working now. So, we've got no real problems. So anyway, I hope you enjoy that. We will see you in one of the later ones where I'm looking forward to finally get. I mean, it just looks horrendous, but it's working, and it should work a bit more constant than what we've had. Anyway, take care. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.